everybody, it is your girl, Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset, Ava Cherie, the Inspired, and I am on my third road trip in 8 days. Appalachian Mountains, MetLife, New Jersey, New York Arena, but I am near the beach, and y'all know how I like water. And it is Wake Up Wednesday, so let's talk about it. Let me get in the car because the light is bright. Cha. So. What's funny is this is an appropriate song, so I ain't even mad at it. Friends, hey, ones we can depend on. Friends, hey, how many of us have them? I had said previously, as a form of showing myself love, that I'm going to go to God first. I'm not going to disclose, ask permission, share with anybody what I am doing, unless it is my immediate circle, which is my children, and they have my locations. So, today for Wake Up Wednesday, I know I've been posting a lot of posts because it is PTSD Awareness Month. I didn't know that at first. And then last month was Mental Health Month. And so I think it's very serious, not because of one specific thing, but because of socioeconomic things going on, people struggling, people are going through things, people are being more isolated within themselves, in their thoughts, in their mind. And so I want to stick to this. And I'm going to talk from places of truth. And it was a battle sometimes. Again, I'll say that. I don't like disclosing information that doesn't have to be disclosed. But I was told by one of my mentees that the reason people trust me is because I speak from a place of transparency and truth. And I can spit stuff off the top of my head from my personal life experiences. It isn't to the last, or if it's a crisis, that I'll go to my professional side. But I think God chose me like that because I merge and blend the two, because all of the hardships that I've endured merged and blended the two before I even had a choice to even say yay or nay. So I'm grateful that I understand that I don't try to come on here and have all the answers, that I don't want to appear perfect. And I also wanted to say on this Wake Up Wednesday that I'm going to pause and say this. Despite every hard thing we've been through, in retrospect, when we think about it, when we look back over the time, at some point you felt loved. At some point you loved yourself. And at some point, depending on the circumstances and who you've allowed in, maybe those were the parts that they were depleted and didn't love themselves. So they robbed, stole from you, and killed off parts of your spirit, because that's what the enemy does. Even with my exes, I've had two since I've been in Delaware for 32 years. And I'm going to tell you this. There were the funnest. I am so funnest. Girl is not a word. My first ex, I didn't even own sneakers. I only wore heels and jeans and crop tops and suits all the time. Suits and mostly dresses. He introduced me to relaxation. Like, you doing well with your 4 kids. Relax. Treat yourself. Go out. Get nice things. I'm going to introduce you to it. But then I was in my 20s, so I was learning what an adult relationship was like, because outside of my kids' fathers, I didn't date because I was a teen. So I didn't date. And then my ex introduced me to, we meshed in music, we meshed in gifts, we meshed in trips, style, flair, power. And I think we talk about it through our healing, because you feel like, why would anybody forfeit meeting someone that you can just be yourself? And by no means am I speaking from a place of missing him. I was going down a road today and I was saying, thank you, God, for me even having experienced so many hundreds of great things, because I remember everywhere around, and even further when we traveled around the world, I could say that I had that memory. People used to always say, was it that bad? No, trips usually aren't bad because you're spending thousands of dollars to go. So you gonna get on a trip and act a fool. That wasn't our vibe. Our vibe was to leave whatever version or whatever was going on back there. I always travel. So it's like, I'm never go somewhere to be a prick or a Debbie Downer. Like, that's for what? No. So I didn't anticipate him ever doing that. And we always covered costs. We did it together. And it was just everywhere. I mean, we wore out certain places. We went places all the time. You hear me? So you think about those things in your healing and give God thanks and praise that you made it through. You was able to see and do all these amazing things. Some people don't have that testimony that they went on trips and it was good. I do. Oh my God, it was so many hundreds of things. And I didn't stay because of those things, because that's the things I was already into. It just, we blended, we meshed. But some people don't have that. They have the Cassie stories, traveling with somebody, getting abused. And they have the stories where they're getting left and abandoned and battered and broken and embarrassed and cheated on. I didn't have those stories, thank God, you know. And what I don't know, I don't know. You know, what was going on behind the scenes, but that's another topic. But I just gave God praise and honor and glory that he kept me through it. Through all the things, he kept me through it. And I want you today in your self-healing, this Wake Up Wednesday, for you to give God thanks for keeping you through all of it. Whether it's the relationships, your kids get on your nerves. Child, you don't think my kids got on my nerves about something? Yes, but when you have time to enjoy the moment, which I didn't allow myself to do a lot, I used to always have to plan everything strategically down to the last second. Now that I'm living moment by moment, because I have come out of a tumultuous situation, a very toxic situation, my lungs are opening. I'm allowing myself to breathe. I can think back about all those things. I can actually look at it not like a sad moment, but experience. I'm not saying I haven't been sad at some point, but now I'm looking at it as experience. I've been here. I'm knowledgeable. I know where to go. I know where to eat. I know where to everything. Before, it was sad when we used to come back home. It was sad because I would always say in the car driving from the airport, can we stay how we was on the trip? Please? Can you promise me that we'll stay this happy together? Because it was turned on so much on trips. Like, why wouldn't you want it to stay like that? Why wouldn't you? I was just like, why forfeit this? This is amazeballs. But when people are not themselves at home, they know how to acclimate and be a chameleon everywhere they go. And sometimes when you get back to home base, you see things for what they really are. If they're not stimulated to be joyful, peaceful, honest, trustworthy, if they're not consistently mindful and appreciative and exemplifying the fruits of the Spirit, then I realize now that when we got home, people that are miserable, that needs external stimuli, nothing you do at home is good enough. Whether they need external stimuli to lie, create chaos and confusion outside the home, and then they know their mate is going to be like, what in the what is that? What are we doing here? You know, it is always some type of shortage or some type of addictive, compulsive behavior that they, and I used to study compulsive addictive behaviors. I used to love that because I didn't even understand, like, this is compulsivity. This is addictive. I gotta do something negative. I gotta do something negative. I gotta do something sneaky. I gotta lie. I gotta lie when ain't nobody even asking me. That's what I dealt with. I gotta lie and omit that I went to one store when I really went to four. Spend your money. Do what you need to do. I'm chilling. We got lives. We don't even smother each other. Why is you lying? It's external stimuli. It's a compulsive, addictive behavior. You see things for what they really are. All right? God's love and God's peace to you all. This is your girl, Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset, Ava Shree, the Inspired.